Charlie, this has kind of had a drumbeat up to it. What do we know about Musk's departure from Washington?
Well, as you said, this feels a lot like a fizzling out. So there had been so much excitement within the Trump world about Elon Musk, about his fundraising, about his ability to kind of slash through a lot of the government spending. And as a temporary government official, he faced a May 30 deadline. That was subject to some kind of accounting for how much time he actually spent working. But, you know, government officials, White House officials have told Bloomberg that this is an amicable parting of ways. It's something that Musk wanted to do. It's something that Trump supports. But there have been signs over the past few weeks of a fraying of that relationship. So you have seen Donald Trump talk about Elon Musk a lot less on his own Truth Social network. You have seen Musk criticize, just in recent days, the Trump tax bill that's currently working its way through Congress, talking about how he's disappointed in the fact that it would raise the deficit, which is something that is, you know, anathema to what Musk wanted to do. And you could even look at a turning point, maybe to kind of early April, where we saw that Musk candidate in a key Wisconsin judicial race not winning, a candidate that he backed. And so that could have been something of a turning point where the Trump world sort of saw maybe Musk's electoral prowess not quite as sharp as they had hoped. And then there's just the work of DOGE itself, right? We've seen this trending down of their goals for government spending cuts from $2 trillion to $1 trillion to $0.15 trillion.
Yeah, so you wonder where those goals are left if Musk is departing. But you talked about what government officials make of all this. What do investors make of Musk's time in government?
They haven't liked what they've seen. And I think big picture, a lot of investors are saying, look, deficits are potentially going up, tariffs are potentially going up. Meanwhile, the Tesla share price is going down. Tesla sales hit a 3-year low in the first quarter of this year. You have issues about brand value related to Musk's time working with the Trump administration. And you've seen a number of troubles across the Musk business empire where, you know, as big as that failure of the space launch just yesterday to an X outage over the weekend. So this sense that maybe he needs to spend a lot more time focusing on his businesses. And if you think about Musk's wealth itself, it is very closely tied to Tesla, that share price down. So as an investor himself, he might be thinking he needs to make some changes.
So in thinking about what's next for Musk, I have to ask, how much is this a push because of Trump and how much is a pull because of his businesses?
That's a really interesting way to think about it. And I think it's a mix of both. And we got a message from Musk himself talking about how he's going to be, you know, sleeping on server room floors, trying to really push this idea that he's going to be focusing on his businesses. He wants to make X money a success. He really wants to make X something of an everything app. He's really talked about how he needs to focus a lot more on SpaceX. So I think we're going to see a real shift in messaging away from talking about the government, maybe criticizing the government more, certainly than he has recently, and a huge focus on those businesses.